Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I got you good news. Netflix, Sony, as well as any other companies except for Disney, I heard are going to own WB and DC. Wonder if this could mean that they will own Nintendo and Sega next, since Nintendo, they have their patent problems, and Sega, they are a shady company. So hopefully, I was just saying, they should have, owned the franchises, but if they want to own the company, then afterwards they could just own the franchises like that. Then yeah, that's fine. Sorry about my, no one should buy WB video, whatever. Anyways, I have a feel like I know a theory about this. Is that for one, Netflix might be owned by a real life Umbrella corporation that is owned by a real life Tony Redgrave. Which is technically Netflix has worked with Umbrella, and Umbrella, but merged with private companies, and those private companies were paid by the executive branch agencies, which means that, basically Netflix is, another, government, faction or whatever. Anyways, basically, Umbrella, I feel like we'll just own everything since, well, except for Disney. But they would have definitely owned, a lot of these companies since, Umbrella has to keep things in check. Since Tony Redgrave is the CEO of Umbrella, he would make sure things are in check. And everything went, smoothly. Okay, here's also my second theory, is that Netflix had teamed up with, Sony and any other companies so that, they could start a rebellion against WB so that they could own them. I bet they might do the same thing with, Sega and Nintendo, since we all know what happened to them. And possibly, who knows, they might be even will start to do it on websites, video games, TV shows, films, and maybe even, YouTube itself. Yes, YouTube, you might be owned by Netflix or Umbrella, so there's my warning for you. And third of all, I bet, Netflix will definitely have a lot of mergers for specifically, I think Netflix will merge itself with Sony. Then afterwards, Netflix will buy WB, Sony will buy Sega, and then afterwards, Netflix will get the Snyderverse to be restored, while Sony will get the Adult Son Alley trilogy to be restored. Anyways, also I definitely do think that Netflix will also get, the Ben 10 franchise to be, revived, and, any franchises that have not been used, recently. Same thing with Sony, if Sega had not have any franchises that they used recently. Anyways, remember, hashtag sell the Cyphers to Netflix, hashtag sell Ben 10 to Netflix, and hashtag sell the Adult Son Alley trilogy to Sony. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. Bye.